Noah Delmas, thank you very much for joining us today, and hopefully for giving us a little bit of insight into the person behind the player. So let me take you sort of way back to like sort of 5-year-old Noah or whatever. So what was that kid like?
Believe it or not, I was actually a shy child when I was younger, and then I think around grade 3 or 4 I kind of became a little more rambunctious and a little outgoing, as the guys know. Sporty, typical kid, getting up to no good, rolling around in mud, playing sports, typical stuff.
Was it always going to be hockey, or were there other sports that you went, I kind of like this?
Yeah, I played ball hockey, lacrosse, soccer, and then a ton of stuff in school like volleyball, badminton, basketball. But I think for a career path, it was always going to be hockey, especially coming from Canada. It's just within the family and the culture. I think I was skating as soon as I was able to walk. Everyone in my family played hockey growing up, even if it's not at a high level. Everyone was skating during the winters and stuff, so it was kind of a no-brainer for me.
Tell me about the blonde hair phase that you went through.
How much research are you guys doing on here?
Oh, we've been talking to people.
It was kind of I'm not sure if you guys do it over here, but it was more of like a playoffs thing. Some people do mullets. There's actually a funny story. We used to bleach our hair for playoffs just to show a collective team buying in. And then one year in juniors, it was either shave a mullet or bleach your hair blonde. Everyone went home, did their thing, came back. Everyone had a mullet. I was the only guy in the entire team with blonde hair. So guys had a good laugh about that. So
you played on that team with that hair with Johnny Curran.
I did.
Which is how we know about this, because he talks about...
That's who threw me under the bus.
Because he talks about turning up to play with the team, and this blonde-haired guy kind of being there.
That was his first impression. Johnny Curran, he came in. I think it was towards the end of that season he came in, and a fond memory for him and I. We always got along, but it was an inside joke for a while that I was the only kid with blonde hair, and I was younger than him and a rookie on the team, and I was calling him new guy for maybe the first 2 months of the playoff push. So
obviously had quite an effect, because then you guys become friends at university.
Now he's coaching me.
Now he's coaching you.
We played about I think 3 years together in college. Lived together for 2. Had a blast, and we played junior hockey, then college, and we always had a fun little joke that it would be funny to play a year pro together too. So that's kind of a big reason why I came to Fife, because he was coming here as well. Funny turn of events. Unfortunate for him, he's not playing and stuff, but it's funny to be living with him coaching me now and stuff. We have some good laughs about it. So
your careers kind of took different paths. So whereas he came across here, played for Coventry, you had a few tryouts at NHL camps? Yeah,
one with the Toronto Maple Leafs, and then one Carolina Hurricanes.
What are those like for people who aren't aware of that kind of sort of part of it?
It was in my college career. I was fortunate enough to get invited to 2 development camps, they call it, and it's run by the Toronto and Carolina organization, and it's basically their draft picks of that year, and then other free agents that they might have interest in, and you kind of come, and every camp is different. Some is a little tailored towards just like developing them, teaching them. Other ones are a little more of a tryout of making the team and stuff. But it was a cool honor to see how things are run at that level, and then having a chance to progress your game and career at an NHL level is pretty exciting.
Did you? I suppose everybody wants to play NHL, and everybody has the belief that they can do it. Was there a point where you went, oh, okay, this is kind of above me, or did you always keep that belief?
It was, always making to the NHL is always a kid's dream. I think even at a younger age than most, I wanted to get my college degree in my back pocket if hockey ever didn't work out. It's never for sure thing with injuries, etc. And then I always told myself I was going to get a degree and then go and see the world and play overseas. So it's kind of what I'm doing. So I'm happy. But playing in the NHL wouldn't be bad either, making a couple mil. And to be able to come overseas and see the world and and play hockey and make a little bit of money, it's not bad either.
Yeah, definitely. So you turned pro during the pandemic. I think it's the 21-22 season?
Yeah, that was the first season. I graduated 2020 at Niagara University, and it was kind of a heartbreaking year because it was kind of the highest we finished. We lost in the finals in overtime the previous year, and then my senior year, we were going into the playoffs. It was the highest we finished. We had a good chance of winning it, and then it was cut short because of COVID. Right around, we got a first round bye, but in the second round of playoffs. So I didn't get any of the graduation, the post senior stuff. We have a lot of festivities, as we call it, afterwards, and then usually after college, you get to go on a PTO, a tryout, or get to go for starting your pro career, whether it's at whatever level, AHL, and unfortunately that was cut short. So that was kind of a tumultuous time in my career as well, waiting for the 8 months, everything shut down, didn't know where I was playing. But yeah, my first year was in the ECHL, Kansas City. I think there was only 13 teams playing in North America at that time or something like that. So that's where I started.
Yeah, and great to get the job, I suppose.
Yeah, it was a weird time for sure.
Yeah, because I imagine you've got the same amount of guys all trying to start the pro career and trying to get these positions, but less slots open. Yeah,
Johnny and I always talk about it. We call it the Super Coast because it was a lot of players that weren't able to get their visas and go over and play in Europe, and then a lot of guys that were at the AHL level, which AHL wasn't playing, so they started in the coast. So the league was good that year. A lot of other players were maybe holding out for other contracts and stuff, but I was always been someone that just wants to be playing. I didn't want to sit out a whole year, so it took me to Kansas City.
Yeah, you're there for a few months, and then you come across to Manchester.
Yeah, that was my first time overseas, and then in this league, obviously.
Yeah, how did that come about?
Funny enough, there was I think 3 or 4 guys on that Manchester team that played with me the previous year in Kansas City, and then moving around in the coast. I was in Kansas City for 2 years, but they reached out to me and they just expressed some interest, and like I said, I always wanted to go overseas and stuff, so I ended up going over there late and just playing a few months there.
So then you come back, you start the next season with the Railers, and then you end up in Poland.
Yeah.
So again, another interesting jump across.
I actually went with another buddy of mine that played at Niagara University that also lived with Johnny Curran.
Right.
So it seems like I'm just following my buddies around Europe here, having a good time. It was a blast in Poland. Poland is an undercover gem. League was better than I thought. The living situation, beautiful country. It was had a lot of fun. We had a lot of success there as well. We lost in the finals of Game 7 in overtime, so it was right there. Almost won a championship, but Poland was a blast. Just another country, another season. It's been fun so far.
So here you are. You're in Fife now. Like you say, you come across partly because Johnny's playing here as well. He lasts about 8 games, ends up injured, and now he's coaching you. What's that like?
It's been crazy. Like, it's a love-hate relationship. It's nice to see him get the position. I think he's doing a great job and stuff. Obviously, it wasn't what I had planned. It would have been nice to have him maybe more on the road trips, playing with him and stuff. I know him and I always talked about playing together, like I alluded before. We keep joking. We don't really have a memory of, because it was so long ago and so short-lived. I think my only memory was him opening up for a pass and him falling. Yeah. So we laugh about it. I think that's the only play we've had together this year. But it's cool to see him. I mean, we still live together and stuff, so it's a tricky situation, but we still have a lot of fun at home and everything, and I think he's doing a good job. But yeah, we're going to probably laugh about this in the summer for sure.
Yeah, definitely. So let's have a look at your influences then. So who have been your biggest influences, both I guess in hockey, but also kind of in life?
Yeah, it's pretty cliche, but like my parents are probably a big part of most of my decisions. I'm a big mama's boy. I've looked up to my dad my whole life. He's always, helped me without my hockey career, and then my mom with like life advice. So those are kind of been my 2 role models, and they've kind of helped me just navigate through this crazy thing, life,
So hockey's a big part of your life, but you're not 24/7 hockey, so you've got training for a couple of hours a day, and you've got your games at the weekend. What are you doing kind of round about that?
I'd like to say I eat, sleep, breathe hockey at all times, but that's not the case.
Yeah. I think we'd be a bit worried if you did.
Yeah.
It's not healthy.
We find our fun elsewhere. We this year has been they'll laugh at this for me mentioning it, but this is the most amount of board games I've played in my whole life. Johnny and Kylie, his girlfriend, put a gun to my head and make sure I'm playing, because most games are better with 3 people. So it's a lot of fun though. I think I've played, I average a lot of hours right now, maybe more than on the ice, to be honest, is playing games. But outside of that, I'm a big music guy. I'm trying to learn guitar, trying to learn French as well. We have a lot of French guys on our team, so I'm on the Duolingo. I think I've picked it up and dropped it like 5 times over the last few years, but I'm trying just to do other things rather than just sit in front of a screen. But music, going out for a couple drinks too, hanging out, just good company is all I need.
What sort of music are you?
My dad was actually in a band growing up, so I like classic rock a lot, but I'll listen to anything. I don't mind a little electronic too, getting my dance on, getting the hips going, a little rap before games and stuff, but I listen to everything.
What was the first album that you bought?
First album. See, a lot of we're all streaming now, this new age and everything, but I think when I was younger, I had a Sublime CD from HMV, and I used to just bring that with my Walkman to school and thought I was the coolest guy ever. Bumping around in recess and stuff, not talk to anyone. That was the first album, I think, Sublime.
Coming to the UK can be a bit of a culture shock. I imagine coming to Kirkcaldy is even more of a culture shock. What were your first interactions with people in the town like? Yeah,
to be honest, like I said, I was in Manchester beforehand. I personally like the culture shock. I like if I'm going to go play overseas, I want it to be different. I don't want it to be like home. And then I actually grew up in on a horse farm out in the country back home in Canada, so not a lot going on in that town, nice friendly people and stuff, so Kirkcaldy wasn't too big of a jump, and I did my due diligence and research and stuff, so I kind of knew what to expect, but so far I've been enjoying it.
How does it compare playing here to playing in Manchester, where I guess the town's probably more oriented towards football rather than hockey?
I mean, the league itself kind of depends on where you're playing in terms of the fan base and the city coming out and watching and stuff. But they had good fans there, great fans here. I think the biggest change was we lived right in the city of Manchester versus Kirkcaldy, so there's a little more nightlife, as some people call it, and going out and whatever, and maybe misbehaving. But so it depends on what kind of person you are.
What kind of person are you? Are you more towards the misbehaving, or can you keep yourself?
I think I've matured with age, but I think at that time in my life, I think I would have leaned towards maybe the Manchester city life. As I get older with age, it's too hard on the body to go out and misbehave and whatnot. And now I've kind of tried to mature and kind of take hockey, like my body hurts too much when you try and balance both. So, I'll leave that. I'll plead the fifth on that one.
Remind me what age you are?
I'm 28.
28. Wow, you've got that lesson early. That's that's good.
Yeah, maybe I'm just saying that on camera.
I know. I think even my 38-year-old self wishes that he had that lesson.
We'll see if I stay true to it though. It's New Year's, right? So everyone has the New Year's resolutions going. Dry January. We'll see how long it lasts.
Okay. What's the future hold for you? Because obviously you're playing hockey at the moment. Have you thought about how, provided injuries aside, how long do you expect to kind of keep playing hockey, and then do you want to do something like Johnny's done and move into coaching, or do you see yourself moving
till the wheels fall off? I think. As of now, I mean, I don't really have anything holding me back. I'm single right now. I'm playing overseas. I have a degree in my back pocket.
Yeah.
I think jobs will be there once I'm done through alumni and other people that I've spoken to.
Yeah.
I think as of right now in my life, I think I'm going to play as long as I can. I love it. I love the lifestyle. I like the game still. Opportunities to see the world and make some money. Like you said though, who knows what the future holds? Maybe, you know, I get hurt, fall in love, you know, other things, life happens. So, we'll see. As of right now though, until the wheels fall off, I'll play as long as I can.
Do you remember the letter that you wrote to hockey?
The letter?
The letter. So, in the past, now I can't remember where we got this from, but you wrote a letter to hockey that said, "You're my oldest friend, you've helped me become who I am today, and I'm forever grateful for that."
Where did I write that? It sounds nice though.
It sounds nice, doesn't it?
Yeah, okay. Maybe I plagiarized it or something. Probably got my mum to write it for me.
Can you imagine what it is about hockey that's made you, how's hockey influenced your life?
It's almost hard to put into words, right? It's basically all I've known, and lifestyle is kind of like a buzzword, but it's just been within my life for as long as I can remember. I have some friends that I grew up playing with, and they're done now, and they can't imagine playing hockey still. And when they bring that up, it's hard to imagine what I would be doing without it. And not only like as a career path or a way to make money or an occupation, but like even just being able each year reset, go home for the summer, then like a new set of 30 guys, the camaraderie in the locker room, everything. That it's just been a part of me for as long as I can remember. So it's kind of shaped who I am. Even I think you learn a lot of lessons growing up. Kind of brought me out of my shell. Working as a team and all those cliche little characteristics you pick up as you're playing. It's just. I was fortunate to wear a letter and assistant captain, then captain in Niagara and stuff, and that really, I think, matured me and helped me become the man I am today. We had a great coach at Niagara that was pretty big on grooming players and students, not only just players, just as people as well. So, it's kind of just shaped me for who I am, and I'm forever grateful.
You've got 2.5 months left in this season. Team isn't in the greatest place at the moment, but you've got 2.5 months to turn it around. Do you think that when you get later in life, this is going to be one of these seasons that you talk about, and we can kind of hold up as an example of, look, we were here, and look at where we got to?
Yeah, I think as of now, just with the turmoil we've gone through and some of the guys leaving and the injuries, I think it's already a season I'll never forget. It's I won't lie to you, there's been definitely challenges and difficulty. Like I said, hockey, like it's what we do every day. We're competitive people. It's hard not to bring it home sometimes and have it affect your life, you know what I mean, and your mood when things aren't going your way. But I'd like to say I'm a pretty positive person though. Like you got to enjoy your life. Like I know everyone has said it, people that retire or whatever, buddies, older guys I've played with, I'm going to wake up one day and wish I was back here, right? These are the good old days, they say. So I'm just trying to enjoy it, play the best I can, hopefully turn things around here with, a few more bodies here, Johnny coaching and some systems in place and guys, maybe coming together and making the best of a bad situation. But, at the same time, just enjoying my life.
Noah, thanks very much.
Thank you. Appreciate it.